Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Amelia, and if you don't know who I am, I'm a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And today's video is my Tip Tuesday video, which focuses on tips for resellers. They're pretty short videos, so I hope you enjoy them. And today we're talking about how I clean and fix up my wooden items before I list them. Now, a lot of times when I get wooden items, they have scratches and nicks and all kinds of things. And I don't like to spend a whole lot of time fixing them up, so I tried to steer clear from those, but sometimes I just pick them up either because I like the item or because it's worth a little bit more money. And today I'm going to show you how I kind of make these less noticeable. Now, I do still put in the listings with pictures that they do have scratches and spots on them. You always want to be honest in your listings. So I have a pepper meal here that has quite a bit of wear and a napkin holder. Now, you do want to make sure your items are clean before you do this. You can clean them how you usually clean these type of items. It's kind of a personal preference. A damp rag, however you do it. This one was kind of grimy on the top, so I had to pay special attention to cleaning it. Kitchen items do get kind of oily and grimy just from sitting around in the kitchen. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with this one, the pepper mill. Now what I use olive oil, just a very small amount in that cup. I don't know if you can see that. Just normal olive oil. And then I also have paper towels and Q-tips. And usually I have a damp rag, so to clean up any messes. So let's just get started. It's a very simple thing. This might not completely cover the spots, but it will help make them less noticeable. So I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil on the bigger areas that need cleaned up, or now, it won't look that nice. I wish. It does dry down. And there are a lot of little spots on here, which I would just probably take a rag and wipe it real quick with it. A little bit of oil on it. But that's basically how I do that. I'm just going to show you this side. I'm sure there's other spots on it. But for the video, let's just focus on this side. Okay, and then I wipe it off. And then I will let that sit, and then I'll actually clean it again to get the oil residue off. So I'm going to set this one to the side. And let's focus on the napkin one. The napkin one has a lot of little spots on it and like cracks. So we're just going to put it on where we see the little chips and cracks and everything. Okay, and then you can either let that set for a little while. I like to usually just wipe it off immediately for the oil doesn't get everywhere. And it doesn't, like this one is not, it's not going to completely erase them. It just makes them less noticeable. So, as you can see, it just made them less noticeable. Now, this is oily, and you don't want it to be oily, right? So, you do want to clean this. And usually, I just clean it with, soap and water. So, let's get some soap and water. I do keep a thing of soap and water. This is just water mixed with a little, like a couple drops of dish soap. So I keep that down in my work area. That way, in case I do need to wash something off real quick, I have it. And then I also keep a bottle of water to like rinse it. So you might have to go over it a couple times with the oil. It just depends how much you want to, like how you want it to look. If you want to make it look like amazing or just okay. Like I said, I don't like spending a lot of time on these items, so I just usually do it once and then it's done. I'm gonna rinse the soap off of it real quick. I just use a very small amount of water on these because wood and water really doesn't go along that great. And then I set them to the side and I let them dry completely before I take photos of them. Okay, let's look at the pepper mill. I gotta find the spot. Where are you? I think it was here, yeah. Yeah, here we go. So these were the spots that I covered up right here, or cleaned up. Not really cover them up. So I'm just going to take that damp rag I have and lightly clean off that oil residue. And you could also put in your listing, that you did like season the wood with olive oil, because a lot of cutting boards, that's how you keep them nice, is you oil them. So that is how I clean up my wooden items. Pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of time. I do personally like to wipe the oil off because I don't like the oil residue being on there for very long. But it does clean them up quite nicely. Like you can see, you still see the spots, but they're not as noticeable. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.